Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be showing you how to actually carry on Ezreal here in mid-season 12. For your best runes, take Prestige Attack with Presence of Mind for pretty much infinite mana, Bloodline with 𝐒𝐿, Free Boots, Biscuit Delivery for lots of good sustain and mana, attack speed 80 and armor. Ezreal is currently the strongest AD carry in the game, at least if you go based off of pick rate and win rate. He's incredibly consistent. Obviously, if you're a late game Twitch full build, you could probably carry a bit harder, but generally Ezreal's best because you can blind pick him against anything. You can pick him with poke supports, peel supports, engage supports, any type of support you can play with, just because this kit's so versatile with burst and heavy attack speed from his passive, 50% bonus attack speed once you have it stacked. So he does a little bit of everything, and he's somewhat mobile with his E. A little surprised to see Fiddlestick starting blue buff like this, but I guess you could just do blue Gromp same time. There's really no reason for us to even leash him. Whether you leash him or not, he'll finish Gromp at the same time, so it's just kind of pointless. Anyways, hitting level 2 early would be nice here since we're against a Yuumi Jhin. Auto attack Q reset. We have triple minions here. We want to try to auto the one our minions are focusing. That way we can get all the last hits. You want to stair step your minions if you can. Got our Q on and Yuumi lands hers. Nice, nice. It's really important not to drop minions. Our first item Power Spike's really big with the Trinity Force, so dropping any amount of minions here is extremely detrimental. We're going to miss that one, so we go ahead and use our Qs. Zerath's going in a little on the heavy side here. We're going to go ahead, auto attack Q. Missed the CS, but at least we landed the Q. Yuumi's eating a fair bit of damage here. Closer you are to the minions, the easier they will be to last hit. Your auto will get there a bit faster. And standing off to the side of their minions makes it easier for you to land your own Qs on them. A lot of the time, you're going to be poking with your Qs and just farming with your autos, just because your auto range is relatively short. If you don't want to take the trade all in, going into trade with autos oftentimes on Ezreal, especially when your passive isn't heavily stacked, is a mistake. So now we're at 3 stacks, so we could look for a more all-in style trade, but now we're back to 1. I would like to get level 3 here before I do anything too crazy. He's going to turn to auto, we shoot out our Q. Poking them when they go to last hit is one of the best times, since we're all skill shots. It's best to land it when they're standing still. So there he gave up double minions. He wasn't willing to actually stand still, so even though we did miss, it was still like okay. We're gonna WE into him. We're gonna have to heal. We accidentally took a turret shot. Took a bit too much damage. The turret shot's really what did it. Jhin used his heal, so I guess it's not the end of the world. It's pretty dang low. He's playing really far back. He's down CS, even though we've been missing a lot. This has been an extremely aggro. Oh wait, Zerath took kill? What the heck? That's bizarre. I think he's just dead though. Yeah, if Zerath has stun, I don't know. Oh, we landed it too. Just wasn't enough. That was an interesting fight. It would have been way more one-sided if we didn't accidentally take that turret shot, but still okay with how it turned out. A little surprised Zerath has heal, but I guess that's all right. We can just kind of kite this guy out. Nice. Hit him with the W auto attack. All your abilities you can weave in is essentially auto attack resetters. So you can auto Q, you can W auto, you can auto attack E. Because every time you auto attack, you have to wait for your attack speed to essentially charge up your next one. Go ahead and go Heartbound Axe here into, you know what? I don't know. Maybe we'll just get. That's actually a really tough call because what I wanted was a refill, but we just couldn't afford it, so we need to head back to lane. We can start to take bigger and bigger trades. More all-ins, the more, obviously, the farther ahead you get through CS or kills. So now instead of us needing 3 or more stacks of our attack speed before we want to look for an all-in, now maybe we just want 1 or 2, or even start out from 0, because if we land all 3 abilities, that's 3 stacks. So assuming we land everything, if we 𝐒𝐿𝐻𝐂 into them, should be an easy fight. Just building up some stacks here, plus I have blue buffs, I don't mind spamming a bit on the wave. I'm gonna just jump right into him, WE, pop my potion. I'm missing all my skill shots with the way this guy's running. He's not really actually trying to get away necessarily. He's just kind of walking back and forth. It's really weird. Auto attack Q. Oh man, this is way too close. That would have been a lot easier if we were able to kill Jhin faster. That was a great example of why you generally want to auto attack then Q, especially when you're already up close against them, because if you're just throwing out Qs and they have no intention of stopping to auto you or using an ability, it's very challenging to actually land them. If they're just playing juke dodgeball mode, it's gonna be pretty inconsistent, but your auto attacks obviously don't miss. So best thing we could have done there was just weave in more autos against Jhin. With where the Amumu was standing, that felt kind of hard, but it would have been best because Jhin ended up taking out way too much of our time. What we should have done was just use our Qs against the Amumu since he was up close and just bash Jhin with our autos because he was low anyways. That would have been more optimal, more guaranteed. Go ahead, grab our Heartbound Axe and Kindling Gem here. I think someone turned off the AC. One sec. When I say somebody, I mean Chelsea. Did you turn off the AC? Okay. It's hot. Oh, I'm in a game. Oh. Yeah, no one turned off the AC. Whew. Heading back to lane, we have nice little item advantage. We can go all in. Your standard all in, you could lead in with R, 𝐒𝐿𝐻𝐂, or just 𝐒𝐿𝐻𝐂, that's fine as well. You usually want to use your R from brush or from out of vision so they don't dodge it, but you don't always have that choice. Like here, we can fully stack our passive off the minions, WEQ. Auto attack Q. Nice, the Wrath was able to pinch. And that's pretty standard, Ezreal. Whenever you hit an enemy, whether it's a minion or champion with an ability, it gives you a stack of your passive. So if you can slide your R through multiple minions, each thing you hit counts as a stack. So if we hit 3 minions there and 2 champions, that's 5 stacks of our passive, so we can fully stack it instantly. That's what gives Ezreal so much spunk, so much variety, so many different options. Is he's a spellcaster AD carry with mobility while simultaneously having an all-in shred attack speed option, particularly when his R's up. Because like you saw there, we can instantly stack it even when we weren't really in combat before that. I should use my W sooner on turret to maintain my passive. Oh, we're dead. The Lissandra flash, I didn't really respect their roam at all. I wasn't looking on the minimap, I was just looking to fight Jhin to the death. Go ahead and pick up our Trinity Force now. Typically you'd want to get tier 2 boost. We can't afford it. Refill wouldn't be terrible. It is a little late in the game. I'll go ahead and do it though. I don't want to leave base with nothing. That would feel really bad. To leave base with 300 gold. Usually you're looking to get Lucidities on Ezreal. If their team's super magic damage heavy, you can go Mercs. If they're super physical damage heavy, you can go Plated. Their team is triple magic damage champs. Their only 2 physicals are Jhin and Urgot. So this would probably be a Merc Tread game, if anything. Especially with the Lissandra Snare and her R, which is a stun. The Trinity Force feels so good on Ezreal right now. Crown of the Shattered Queen hasn't really held up throughout this season to where it's not really worth going on Ezreal anymore. You have to build him more like auto attack heavy style builds. Crown of the Shattered Queen is just more of a spellcaster, sit in the back line. Not really worth taking on him, like I said. Nick him with a Q, so he steps up to auto. He's giving up minions, so even if we're missing Qs, if he's giving up a minion to do it, it's basically worth. Like, it's definitely worth. Then we will rack up a gold advantage. Like right now, we have quite a bit more CS. We're gonna start stacking up our passive. I don't know if Amumu knows that it's warded. I'm gonna stop his recall. Alright, I can sit on that. I need to dump this so we can just go ward real quick again. That was a really good stun. Alright, we got that down. Lissandra's top side. She's got no TP. Amumu's wasting a lot of time down here. That was a really good slow by Xerath. Obviously, whenever they're CC'd, it's easier to land your Qs. So if he can W first, which is pretty guaranteed, then I can Q. We're on 1 stack of passive. 2 stacks, and now I'm down to all in. Flash into him. Just the standard combo we already discussed. R, E, W, Q, except we flash. We are flash E, W, Q'd. We get on top of them. We already have all 5 stacks of our passive fully stacked up since we're launching it through them and the minions. So trying to fight an Ezreal who starts out with 50% bonus attack speed from full health. As you can imagine, pretty challenging. We made plenty of mistakes in this lane. Like just dying to a mid lane roam. That's always our fault. Like your mid laner shouldn't have to ping that. You should be able to notice that. So that's obviously on me. We've just missed easy last hits when we're not being pressured. Yuumi has really bad lane presence as a champion, especially pre-6. And I think Jin's a relatively easy matchup for Ezreal. So we really shouldn't have been dropping as many CS. We should be around like 110 right now, realistically. Go ahead and get our control word down. Alt EWQ into her. Oh, I can't believe that Q. I die now. I think I'm actually dead. I got a Q to get my abilities back up. Yeah, that really sucks. Amumu got there at a great time, and he had really everything he needed. Yeah, I got wrecked. Really well played by him. As you see, I took almost entirely magic damage, 74% magic damage. This is a Merc Tread game. Amumu R isn't really a skill shot. Yuumi R isn't really a skill shot. Lissandra R is point and click, so we're gonna need all the tenacity we can get. We still have our turret up. After you take the enemy's turret, you want to usually take their other outer turrets for the plates. It's a huge advantage. Plus, if they stay bot, then you take this for free, and it applies a disproportionate pressure on the map that they can't counteract since you'll be ahead. Only reason I'm going in this area right now is because I'm a dingleberry. I should be going mid there. We could probably solo dragon here. We don't have any life still really yet. All we have is off of our passive. She lined herself up on turret. That's a free hit. He should have took that last hit. I was going to let him have it. Got her. I'm not really sure where Mumu is. I just lost my passive stacks. We get dragon as a team. Now we can pressure the mid. They don't have many great tools to match our poke on me and Xerath. They have to just heavy engage with the Mumu Yuumi R. Because if they just let us poke at them, they won't be able to survive. Get our W down on the turret. Yeah, turret's gone. We'll pop a refill. Let him sit on a Q. I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to my R. We don't want to use it just willy-nilly. Like if we can clear a wave across the map, that's one thing, but when we're all standing here, there's no reason for me to R the wave, even if our abilities are on a low cooldown because constant Q spam landing. That was huge. Let me go ahead and heal him early. I knew Amumu was gonna R. Want to give Zerath some extra movement speed, so maybe I can live too. Yeah, that was tough. Your R can't be canceled on Ezreal, so if you're about to get CC'd, whether it's an Alistar knock, a Blitzcrank knockup, a stun, or a fear even, once you click your R in a direction, no matter what they do to you, it'll still go off just like that. So I thought his stun was back up and he was going to hit me with it. So I was trying to time my R and channel it perfectly. He ended up not stunning and just walking away, but it's whatever. We still ended up getting the kill. I'll have Mana Moon here very shortly. I'll actually sell my D-Blade for it. It's not a big deal. I'd rather leave base with the Mana Moon, no D-Blade, than leave base with the D-Blade, no Mana Moon. Next item, depends on what they have. If they're AD heavy, you really need Frozen Heart. If they have things like Zed Talon, point and click, one-shot AD Assassins, Rengar, Talon, 𝐒𝐿. If it's the AP version, maybe they have LeBlanc, you can go Hex Drinker, but generally you'd want to go Serled at this point. Serled is really good. Oh, we didn't get an assist on her. Unfortunate. I have a feeling they're going to want to surrender. I would not want to have to play against an Ezreal Zerath. It's very frustrating. It forces them to either split push with a really strong split push champ. I don't think they have a split pusher who can match Yasuo though. Or like I said, they have to get really, really big engages, which is not easy. Yeah, he's dead. I'll just go in. We have flash. I saw they're all spawning, but I knew we had time. And they quit. GG's. Ezreal is an extremely impressive AD carry to play against, especially when he's ahead. There's no real easy way to kill him, so oftentimes the enemies will end up and surrender. Looking at damage dealt to enemy champions, we did have the most in the game. I'm happy with that. Pretty common on Ezreal though, since you have a lot of poke. At damage taken, we are middle of the pack, but runes got really high value. Overall, you guys should definitely play Ezreal. He's pretty busted right now, and you can absolutely blind pick him with any team comp and against any team comp. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a comment and subscribe. My name is 𝐒𝐿𝐂𝐋𝐒. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.